So, I will be talking about leadership options. How can we ensure that we are leading our team the best way possible? How can we ensure that? There are certain things that work well because we're human, and the concept of treating people and letting them know that they matter makes such a difference. So, option that I'm going to be talking about today is how do you look at things? The way we look at things makes a difference, because I know it's a cliche about do you look at the is the glass, is it half full or half empty? Perspectives do matter. Just gonna pull up my notes here. Perspectives matters. How you look at something will determine the way you respond, because two people can be in the same situation, and the way one sees that particular situation would determine how they react, what their attitude is, as opposed to somebody else. And so, how do we ensure that our attitude matches up to the way that works best for all concerned, especially for us? Looking at, looking at things and recognizing that mistakes will happen. Okay, if you didn't see my previous video, that was a mistake, because I was on the air without realizing for like 5 minutes. I had no idea. It never happened before that I know of. But I was on the air. I could get upset, right? That, oh my gosh, I just went on air, on live, and I was pretty much walking around looking for my light, and I finally found it, and I'm fixing it. And then I'm on live. That was funny. For me, it was funny. I tend to look at things like this is it. 10 years ago, I didn't always look at things that way. I think as I've gotten older, things don't matter as much to me as they used to. Obviously, when you get to a certain age, you're just like, okay, that's fine. So it's all in the way you look at it. Maybe if I was 10 years ago, I would have been really upset. But I was like, it's okay. So the way we look at things, especially when negative, something not that we didn't plan for. I mean, going live, I don't think that's a major catastrophe, but knowing that negative things will happen, errors will happen, because we're not perfect. It will happen. It's how we take a look at it and think, how can I turn this around for my own good, or how can I make this, turn this into a better situation? And so mistakes will happen. How we respond is what matters. So my response, just like I said, I was like, okay, it happened. And what did I do? I just went back and turned it on. Turned it off and then turned it back on. Not a major error, but as an example, mistakes become failure when we continuously respond to them incorrectly. And so let's keep that in mind as an option, because we can choose how we respond. In any situation, it's a choice. Also, another option we have is thinking that when I get the opportunity is when I'll prepare. No, we need to prepare, and then the opportunity comes. And the last thing I'll talk about tonight is as leaders, we need to empower others to be leaders. We don't want to create people who just follow. We want to create leaders, and that's the power of empowerment. That's a nice rhyme. Power of empowerment. And so, a couple of things to think about. The way we look at things, our perspective, we have the option of choosing how we look at things. I also talked about empowering others, and also not waiting until whatever it is that we want to happen first before we get to it. Prepare ahead of time. Prepare ahead of time. Okay? So those are leadership options. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk about some more stuff. Growth, GROWTH. Today was O, and options. Tomorrow will be W. So let's see what we'll be talking about. See you then. God bless.